going on, everyone? Welcome back to episode 26 of More Wrestling's podcast. I'm your host, Dylan Morrison. I'm joined tonight by my co-host, Zakk Rolfe. How's it going today, Zakk?
Dude, I'm pumped. We got NCAA brackets, and I haven't looked at them yet, so this will be the first time I'm looking at them. Usually I'm watching that 6 o'clock live stream every year, getting excited. Usually me and Jimmy Overheiser doing this together, but this year, trying to get a little content out there for everybody. Let them know what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the spoilers were obviously coming on Twitter, right? We were texting each other back and forth.
Yeah, I was trying so hard.
Yeah, I was listening to Willie Saylor and Corby, Mascot Corby. They had a little thing, but like some of it was information they were getting in. Some of it was, I guess, more so their guesses. And so I just turned that off before I got too much information in my head. But, to start things off at 125, it's a no-brainer. Spencer Lee's the 1 seed.
Yeah, that wasn't even a question. Really, it was more so who's going to be on the opposite side. So, I mean, we're going to kind of go through this top half, and we're going to just kind of say a prayer for each one of them because there's zero chance these guys make it to the finals. That's actually not true. There's a 40% chance they make the finals. You know why?
Why?
Because Spencer's only 40%.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Right?
Good point.
I mean, Terry Brand said it himself. He's only 40%.
Yeah, dirty wrestling, yeah. 40%. He's only 40%. So, yeah, you got a point there. But he's got some Big Ten guys up on the upper part of the bracket, right? Spencer's the 1 seed. Rayvon Foley, who we pin in the semis at Big Tens, is the 2 seed. Or is the 8 seed. 8 seed. And then Devin Schroeder, who we tech followed in the finals, is the 9 seed. So, I mean, looking at that, Schroeder's going to have Fabian Gutierrez of Chattanooga. He'll get by him, I think, right? I mean,
yeah, that shouldn't be an issue for Schroeder. Honestly, this should be a Foley Schroeder round of 16. Winner loses to Spencer in the quarters. I will say a match I'm actually looking forward to is at 16-17. Cody Russell and Killing Cardinelli. That's gonna be a war. Those two are both really tough, and any year could be competing for an All-American. This year the weight's pretty deep, but I'm excited for that match. That should be a high scoring affair.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're going with Spencer. He'll probably have. I would assume that he's going to have the Kent or Iowa State guy. But
actually, no. I think McCormick wins that match.
You do?
I think McCormick's tough, man. I think he's shown some improvement this year. I think he wins that match, and he'll see Spencer in the second round.
Yeah, so Spencer, you're going Spencer up top, and then he'll have a rematch with one of the two, Schroeder or Foley, to advance to the semis after that. But down.
Yeah, moving down to 4-5.
Yep.
Maybe.
There
we go. All right, so we got Drew Hildebrandt out of Central Michigan at the 4. Brody Teske out of UNI at the 5, formerly of Penn State. This quarter here is gonna be a lot of fun because you also got Trevor Mastrogiovanni and Michael DiAugustino, Liam Cronin. This is actually a fire quarter here. This second round is gonna be awesome. I mean, the first round is gonna be awesome too, but Zurich Storm's no slouch. He had he made the finals of the was it the MAC conference?
Campbell, the SoCon.
SoCon. Okay, so he made the finals of SoCon. He beat Fabian Gutierrez earlier in that tournament. But the first round matchup here is definitely Trevor Mastrogiovanni and Michael DiAugustino. That's gonna be a war. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, right. We saw Mastro. I mean, if he wins that match, Mastro, we saw him earlier in the year. He got ridden out by Teske. Remember, the Oklahoma State guys were just getting ridden out, 125, 133. But yeah, Mastro versus DiAugustino, that's going to be a wild match. I mean, DiAugustino has a few losses on the year, but he just wrestled that wild 125.
Big Ten.
The Big Ten season and then the Big Ten tournament. So, yeah, I think whoever wins that match, obviously they'll have Teske. I'm rolling with Teske to the quarters, but
yeah, I don't know. I like Mastro here, and that Teske match with Mastro was a tight match. It was a good match. I mean, Mastro gets off bottom, and you never know what's going to happen there. Yeah. So I think I'm taking Mastro to the quarters.
Solid. So down in the lower part, I'm rocking with Fire Up Chips, right? Drew Hildebrandt is 10-0. We talked about how he was having a good season over in the Max. I think he gets by Storm, and Cronin. He didn't have the Big Ten obviously that he wanted. Right, he was a 2 seed going in, and he went 0-2, right?
Yes, he did. He ended up going 0-2, which is, I mean, getting a 13 seed after being the number 2 seed at Big Tens, that's a big drop, but I mean, well deserved. Went 0-2.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely got a good seed considering how he finished this past weekend. But yeah, I think he gets by Ferry, and I think Drew Hildebrandt's too much. I really like to see Drew Hildebrandt in the semis against Spencer Lee up top.
Yeah, I totally agree. I wish Drew was on that bottom half because I think he has a lot of potential here to be able to make the finals too. I'm thinking, how often is it that an NCAA Division I wrestler actually lives in the shadow of his sister?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I heard obviously of her more like obviously she's been competing on the freestyle scene, and then it's like, oh wait, she's got a brother, and then you're looking at Drew, and he's grown pretty good as a wrestler at Central Michigan, and here he is 10-0 on the year. Probably one of the top 3 or 4 guys at this weight. I would imagine, right? He's going to lose to Spencer in the semis, but yeah, he's definitely living in the shadows, it seems like, of his sister.
Yeah, for sure. All right, moving down to the 3-6 quarter. This is where our boy Micah Rose, if you haven't listened to his interview, go listen to it. He's got a great story. He actually draws Brandon Courtney of Arizona State in the first round. Tough matchup there, but you never know with this 125 weight class. Somebody's going to be off, and you don't know who it's going to be. Every year, a top 4 guy goes down early, so we're just going to ignore that match there and pretend it doesn't exist at the moment.
Well, I mean, not saying that this is going to happen or whatever, and it was just kind of a thing, but, Justin Lister, when he beat Jesse Dong of Virginia Tech, wasn't Dong like a 3 seed, or he was a 3 or 6, I think, because he was down low, I want to say.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
Right, so, I mean, obviously, Justin Lister wasn't he was a junior, I believe, at the time, but, yeah, Binghamton, who cares, who cares what seed you are, who you're going against. Anything's possible at the NCAA tournament. So
absolutely, yeah. And moving up to that next one, this one's gonna be a good one too. Eric Barnett and Jarrett Lane. Jarrett Lane, obviously, we saw beat Micah in the semis of EIWAs. Eric Barnett is part of that Big Ten 125 gauntlet that they had going on. Comes out with 5 losses, but he's got some pretty good wins this year. I'm excited for this match.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the EIWA guys, this weight class, you got Kolioko, right? You got Vito, you've got Pat Glory. Those 3 guys, I think they're just really sleeping on the EIWA. Obviously, they sent a bunch to the national tournament, so they're kind of getting slack for it. But looking at Jarrett Lane, he's the real deal. He's a tough kid, and I think he could potentially surprise some people down there in St. Louis.
Yeah, 3 of the 4 qualifiers from the EIWAs in this quarter here.
Yeah,
you go down to Camacho, Gage Curry, who Micah lost to for 3rd at EIWA's. The draw is Jacob Camacho at the 6.
Yeah, and we talked about. I guess we'll talk about Gage Curry and Camacho real quick. Just Gage Curry, he was. We talked about American. They didn't have the season that they really were looking for, right? He went into EIWA's maybe without a match, right?
Yeah, he was 0-0. He came in 0-0. He's obviously a 3-time national qualifier for American, so he ended up, I believe he was the 3 seed at EIWAs. He won 2 matches early, lost in the semis, and then won the next 2 matches to take 3rd to end up being 4-1 coming in.
Right, yeah, that's what it was. I was thinking of how he got 5 matches. I'm trying to think that he took 2nd, but yeah, I mean, Gage Curry's a tough dude, but Jay Camacho, he's on a different level. I'm kind of glad to see Camacho down low, right? I wanted to see him away from Spencer Lee. He's obviously right there with Latona. Latona's beaten him twice this year, but, I want to see him get another crack at him.
Yeah, no, I agree. I had to hold myself back because when we were up in the last quarter, I saw Tess get the 5, and I got excited because I knew that Met Camacho ended up being the 6, putting him on the bottom half of the bracket, and we get to watch that. Hopefully, Brandon Courtney could put a screw in that one, but I want to see that Camacho Latona match a third time. They just always have exciting matches. That being said, we can't overlook that last match we haven't talked about, Dylan Ragus and Daniel Vega. Daniel Vega is actually not a bad wrestler. Obviously, I mean, none of these guys are bad wrestlers, right? But he's pretty tough at this level. Dylan Ragusin had a rough Big Ten tournament, but luckily, he ends up qualifying, and you never know what's going to happen with him. He was in the finals of the Senior Nationals. He's a real threat here to make that semis out of this quarter.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have – I think he gets past Vega. He's going to have Camacho, and, yeah, you never know with Dylan Ragusin. He's a dangerous dude, and if he's on this weekend like he was at Senior Nationals, watch out because he's right there to – I mean, if he gets past Camacho, I don't see why he can't make it to the semis.
No, absolutely.
And face Latona.
Absolutely. This whole bracket's fun, but this is going to be a good quarter.
Yep.
Moving on down, we'll go to the 7-2 quarter. And right away, big match right away. Robert Howard, Malik Heinzelman, round 1.
Wow.
Round 1.
That's crazy to see. I mean, obviously Robert Howard had he had a pretty good high school career. He comes into Penn State, and we kind of expected, I don't know what we expected, maybe a little bit more, but again, the Big Ten at this weight was wild this year. He's going to have Malik Heinzelman. Did they
lost him twice?
Twice, right?
Yep, he lost him in the duel, and then he lost to him. I believe it was 5-1 at Big Tens.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. So he's lost to him twice. Obviously, he's a 23 seed. And then up top, you got Taylor and Lamont versus DiSario of Stanford. This is obviously Stanford's. Hopefully, it's not their last, year at the NCAA tournament.
It's their last year. It sucks, but it is. Their whole situation is just absolutely screwed, and nothing on their part. But it's not fair based on their situation. But
right. So I'm going with Lamont up top. I think he gets by DiSario, and then I think Heinzelman wins the match against Robbie Howard for the third time. But I got to go with Lamont in that match as well. Lamont's he's a tough dude. Obviously, he lost to Teskey at the Big 12s. So,
look, I bleed scarlet and gray. Give me Malik Heinzelman into the quarter against Latona. I think he beats Howard again. Howard really hasn't shown us anything in that matchup to show that he can close that gap, other than the fact that he's wearing a Penn State singlet and they always show up at nationals, right? But
yeah.
Give me Malik to beat Howard, and then I'm taking that upset there, Heinzelman over Lamont. And
solid.
Then Latona's going to kind of control his way to the quarters as well here. I think McKee can give him a little bit of a struggle from the top position. Even Certan's not bad. I mean, we know he's a backup coming into the NCAAs, which is crazy to think about, right? I mean, he wasn't even supposed to be a starter, and here he is, the 18 seed at NCAAs.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, McKee versus Certain in that match, obviously he was talking about Connor Brown was out for Missouri. But yeah, McKee's going to win that match and could give Sam Latona some fits. But Latona's on a crash. He's on a mission, and he's going to he's looking to be in the semis.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, give me Latona in the semis. I don't think anybody in that quarter really challenges him there.
Yeah, no.
Oh, how's this going to work? Oh, that's annoying. All right, here we go. All right. The 133, right off the bat, I don't see anything super shocking so far. I think Chris Cannon at the 8 is actually a really good seed for him. I'm a little shocked about that. I do see Malik Hines from Lehigh at 6-1. I think that's a good spot for him to be. To at least get a first round win, get that first win out of the way. I mean, then you're going to see Dayton Fix, but
yeah. I mean, we talked about how Jarrett Lane and Hines have they look great this year, right? They've looked really good, and you can tell Darian Cruz has been a good
addition,
mentor for them, as a coach in the room. And I think he wins that match as well, which is going to be good for him, good for Lehigh, and obviously Dayton Fix up top. He's on a mission to the finals, and nobody's going to stop him. But
we have an NCAA tournament this year. I'm sorry, I'm just losing my mind right now because we had these brackets last year. We got them, and then the very next day, Oh, they canceled the tournament on us. I'm just so excited. I can't wait. All right. Sorry, I had to lose my mind for a second. I'm so excited for this. Chris Cannon, Michael McGee in the second round. I like that matchup. Chris Cannon's tough. He had a really good Big Ten tournament, but Michael McGee's looked amazing.
Yeah, I mean, Gannon, like I said, he wrestled tough. He was lost to RBY in the semis, I believe. But
Yeah. And
yeah,
he gave RBY a good match. I mean, he was towards the end of the period, towards the end of the match, he's pushing the pace and he's looking to score points. Where typically when you see RBY wrestling, he's up by 6, 7, 8 points, and he's not slowing down. So
yeah, I might have to go with McGee and Fix for the up top quarter.
no, I think I agree too. I wish Malik. I said, is it Malik? I think it's Malik.
Yeah, I think it's Malik.
Malik Hines. So I said I like his spot to get a first round win, but I almost wish he was in a different spot altogether, in a different quarter maybe, because I think he could give some people some issues here.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he has a run in the backside. I don't know, but yeah, I think.
Yeah, look, I'll fill out brackets later and I'll tell you where he's going to finish.
All right, sounds good.
All right, moving down 4-5 quarter. Ooh, all right. Right off the bat, I see Zakk Redding, Ryan Sullivan. That gets me excited. I like that draw for Zakk. That's awesome. I like that spot.
Yeah, so up to the 5 seed Mickey Philippi. He's 8-1 on the year. I believe it was 2 years ago is when he beat Dayton Fix, right?
Yeah, he beat Dayton Fix 2 years ago. In a duel, I believe is what it was. It was a duel meet. I think Dayton had wrestled like the day before and made weight a second time, and no excuses, right? But
right, yeah, true.
I mean, I don't think he was 100% in that match, but
yeah. So he'll have Ty Smith of UVU. He gets by him. He'll have the winner of Jarrett Trombley of NC State versus Jared Van Vliet. Give me Jarrett Trombley, right? NC State,
sure.
They perform really well at the NCAA tournament, and he's going to win that match. But then Zakk Redding versus Sullivan, right? We talked about this match. It was a match that didn't happen. I believe Sullivan, did he injure?
Oh, it did happen. It did happen. Didn't Redding beat him in the Conci semis at Big 12s?
Right. So that was the match that didn't happen in the championship, right? He lost.
Yeah.
I think he lost to Madrigal. Sullivan did in the championships.
Yeah, I think this was supposed to be a semi, maybe.
Quarters or semis.
Yeah, I remember saying, I thought he would win that match there, and then they ended up meeting in the backside. He beat him there to go for third. But yeah, that's a good spot for Zakk. I like that. And to be honest, I mean, DeSanto's not impressing me a lot recently. He had a really close match with Bird. He had obviously he lost to RBY, and he doesn't look to be getting a lot of offense going. And if there's one thing Zakk Redding's been good at, it's staying away from where his opponents are good. So, I mean, I like that spot right now, looking at the paper. But, I mean, quick shout out to Little Rock. Paul Bianchi is the program's first ever national qualifier. Unfortunately, had to draw Austin DeSanto, but, good on him for making the tournament. Good on Little Rock for getting somebody at the event.
Did you see the Twitter post that went viral, the video?
No, I didn't.
They were at practice, and Coach Iresman was, brought everybody in, and they said something. They're like, we've been working hard. We've had a good, start to this program, and we just got our first national qualifier, and then everybody went crazy, right? And then everybody jumped on Bianca. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So
that's
Paul,
great.
Great to see a guy representing Little Rock, but yeah, Austin DeSanto. But DeSanto versus Redding, right? You were talking about that.
Yep.
I'm not picking against the Iowa guy, right? DeSanto. I'm not picking against him, but Redding's got the Iowa staff behind him. If he obviously takes away DeSanto's dump, it could make for an interesting match.
Yeah, I'm not ready to pick that, at least today. One that I always change. I always fill a bracket 3 or 4 times, and then I make my final picks. Like, I circle my upsets. I get all excited about them. But gut reaction, I'm taking DeSanto to make the quarter here, and I'm taking Philippi to beat DeSanto in the quarters.
All right, yeah. He's obviously got more in his arsenal, like we said the last episode. DeSanto obviously has not. Obviously, he still looks for that dump, even though the guy takes the arm away, right? So he's definitely going to have to change things if he wants to get to a guy's legs. I'm gonna stick with DeSanto in that quarters, but yeah, Phillips, he's a tough dude.
All right, moving on to the 3-6 here. Now this got me a little excited for Corbin Myers. I wish he. My plan was to have Corbin Myers lose to nobody outside of Fix and RBY. He impressed me that much at ACCs, and I thought I'm picking him to take third, that right away. I mean that's what I'm doing, no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, Corbin Myers with an 8-0 record, he's gonna get by his first guy. He'll have the winner of Price and Rich. Price is obviously 14-4. He's gonna get by him, and he'll make to the semis. But who's he gonna have down low? We have Schmidt and Allen. Schmidt's the 6th seed out of Missouri. He's a tough kid, but
yeah. Madrigal, Gillen, Allen, Schmidt. I mean, Madrigal's had a good postseason so far.
Yeah, right. He wrestled. He didn't get majored by Fix, so that's kind of big, right?
I mean, it was 6-1 in the finals, which is a good. I mean, that's a good match if you're, wrestling against State and Fix. He obviously beat Zach Redding in the semis, and he beat Sullivan early in the tournament. So, I like this match. I like this quarter, but I mean, it's gonna be Corbin Myers, and it's gonna be Schmidt, and I think Corbin Myers controls that match to make the semis.
Yeah, I agree.
Real quick, to talk about Chance Rich a little bit. Him and Real Woods, right? They ended up getting a little bit of a post-conference dual meet thing going.
The Real Chance, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear that before. That's a good one. The Real Chance, yeah. So those of you who don't know, Chance Rich from Cal State Bakersfield and Real Woods from Stanford, their coaches got together and said, "Hey, my guy needs 2 matches. Your guy needs 2 matches. Let's throw him a little bit of an easy win here and get our guys at the tournament." So Chance Rich needed 2 wins to get above a 70% win percentage to be eligible. Well, not to be eligible, but to
get a better look.
Yeah, to increase his chances of getting a wild card.
Right.
So Stanford sent him a lamb, and Cal State Bakersfield sent Real Woods a lamb. And here we are. Chance Rich qualifies as a wild card, and he's going to see Zach Price first round here.
Yeah, that's funny how that all played out. So really, he probably with a 3-2 record, you don't know if he's going to make the national tournament with that, right? So
yeah, for sure, that definitely made a big difference. In my opinion, I think that made a big difference for him.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, moving on to the 7-2 at 133. Ooh, this is gonna be a good quarter here. Lucas Bird, Darren Miller. Darren Miller's had a pretty decent season. He had a really good EIWA tournament. But I mean, Lucas Bird impressed me a ton at Big Tens. He gave Austin DeSanto everything he could handle, and wrestled all the way back for third. So, I mean, he's gonna win that match there.
Yeah, he lost 5-4 to DeSanto in the semis. He's gonna win that match. Louis Hayes is the 10 seed. He's a dangerous dude.
Absolutely.
He's 10-4 on the year. Obviously, this weight was pretty wild in the Big Ten or in the ACCs. Bird and Hayes, I don't know who's going to win out of that match. I mean,
that's
obviously,
that's going to be a really good 10-7.
Yeah.
I like I said, Bird really impressed me at Big Tens. I think he's going to do really well here. I think he's going to outplace his seed. I think the first step to doing that is going to be knocking off Louis Hayes. Yeah.
So then down low, you have Moshe Schwartz versus Kyle Berwick. Schwartz is one of Troy Nickerson's guys out of University of Northern Colorado. He's 6-4, Berwick 6-6. Give me Schwartz, but it's not going to look good for him in the next match.
Yeah, no way. Moshe is going to win that. Moving down to the last one, New York State champion Sean Carter of App State comes in and he draws Roman Bravo Young.
Yeah.
Oof, that's a rough one. Bad draw for the state champ, but on the backside he'll see probably Berwick, maybe,
I would imagine.
Or maybe he'll get the pigtail wrestle back. I'm not sure. I like his chances in both of those though. I think he win if he wrestles the loser the pigtail, or he wrestles Berwick first round. I think he's going to have that there. Actually, he will not get He won't get the pigtail. So
it was a 35.
Yeah, it'll be Berwick. in my opinion. And Carter and I like that spot there for him to get that,
Yep.
at least get a win at the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Moving
That
down.
covers it for 133.
No, why did it skip 41? I think it did it again.
Yep.
What's going on here?
141 though. Jaden Ironman is the 1 seed. I know that for a
Oh, I
fact.
see what happened. They did it side by side. That's weird.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. So, 141, like you said, Jaden Ironman, number 1 seed. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Chad Red at the 8?
Chad Red at the 8.
Chad Red at the 8? Are you serious?
Ooh.
Oh my God, come on, that poor guy.
Yeah,
I mean, it's March Chad Red, I mean, anything can happen, but damn, what a bad spot. I'm cheating here, but all right. So, I mean, let's get into it a little bit.
All right, let's talk about our New York guy real quick. Vinny
Yep.
Vespa out of Long Island competes at Hofstra now. He's a 33. Yeah, he's going to have Caden Rooks, 5 and 9. They're one of the guys that got in as an at-large.
Listen, Caden Rooks he does not deserve to be here.
No, I mean, he didn't have any good wins, right? I mean, obviously people are going to have crazy records in that kind of conference, but he did not have a good win.
He has no AQ wins.
No.
He has 9 losses, and if I remember correctly, he went 0-2 at conferences.
Yeah.
I
would
to
imagine
conferences.
he did. Yeah.
Like, what? Are you kidding me? How is he even in the tournament? Give me Vinny Vespa winning that first match. I don't care.
Yeah, Vinny Vespa. He's gonna have Jaden Ironman. Ironman, worldwide prestige, worldwide. He's gonna I've got a good feeling about Jaden Ironman. He's gonna win that match. Then they got Mackenzie Bell versus Cole Matthews out of Pitt. Bell, he's the one that beat Waters, right? Or not Waters?
No, he beat Hall. The Missouri kid.
Missouri kid, not the Waters is out of school for sure.
What's his name? Alan Hart.
Alan Hart, yeah. Alan Hart. So he beat Alan Hart in the conferences, and here's Mackenzie Bell at 17. I think he gets by Cole Matthews. I mean, Cole Matthews is tough, though.
My gut said that too, but then you think about it. Cole Matthews' record said 6-5, but that ACC 141.
Yeah, you're right.
That was a brawl every single time out, and Mackenzie Bell, in my opinion, isn't as battle tested as Cole Matthews is. So I'm gonna go against that. I'm gonna say Matthews pulls that one out, and Bell hopefully goes on a run to the backside. I like the kid. I like his style. I like the upset potential, but give me Cole.
Yeah. So then the 9 seed versus 24, we got Dresden Simon of Central Michigan University. He's 9-1. Then we got Connor McGonigal of Lehigh. He's 4-4. Simon, he's pretty tough. He beat up on Span this year out of Buffalo. I watched a little bit of his matches coming from the Max, and as a 9 seed, he's going to advance, but it won't look good for him when he has Chad Red.
I agree. I think Dresden wins that match and Chad Red comes out. I think Chad Red goes 2 majors in a row before he runs into Jaden Ironman, and I'm not ready for that one yet. I'm not ready to say what I want to do.
Yeah, I'm ready for it, but Jaden Ironman.
Yeah, I know.
Go Hawks.
Iowa fans. All right, 4-5, 141. First thing I see, Real Woods in the tournament after getting pinned by Grant Willits, and look who he's got first round.
Yeah.
Grant Willits. Are you kidding me? How could you get more perfect of a bracket draw?
Yeah, I agree. That's crazy. We just talked about Real Woods having those matches to get him into the tournament, right? He took second. He technically auto-qualified, but he didn't have enough matches. And here he is wrestling Grant Willits, who he got beat by.
Who he majored in the MAC finals or in the Pac-12 finals last year.
Right.
And then he comes here. I'm pretty sure he walked out of his study hall, got on the bus, made weight, and wrestled without any practicing at all. I could be wrong, but when I watched him wrestle at Pac-12s, he won a 3-2 match, then he got pinned.
Yeah, no, you've got to imagine in the 2 weeks, I believe it's 2 weeks, right, after Pac-12s to the NCAA tournament, he's going to – it's hard to say in 2 weeks, but he's got to have a little bit more air in his lungs and a little bit sharper on his feet to wrestle, I would assume. I don't think he's going to get pinned by Willits. I think he beats Willits this time.
No, I agree. I think you get another 3 weeks in your body, getting some training in. 3 weeks isn't enough to get through an NCAA tournament, but in my opinion, it is enough to get through a match. So I think he wins this match, and then he runs into one Mr. Dom Demas of Oklahoma, and last year Real Woods, give me Real Woods, but given the fact he's got 3 weeks of training, and Dom Demas has a full season under his belt, I'm gonna take Dom Demas here.
Yeah, I am too. Dom Demas, I think he advances to the quarters where down low he's going to have the winner of DJ Loren of Fresno State and Brian Courtney. Shout out Athens. He competes at Virginia. And then Tariq Wilson versus Chase Zolman. So Brian Courtney is 20 seed. DJ Loren has the 13. I mean, he's 11.
Another one of those situations, the ACC 141 bracket, or the gauntlet, right? We talked about it earlier. Yeah. Wrestling DJ Yoren of Fresno State, 11-1. He's got one loss, but again, another one of those. I don't think he's as battle tested as Brian Courtney is.
No.
Give me Brian here against Tariq, and I mean, Tariq's on a tear. I think
March Tariq, man.
Yeah, March Tariq, man. I wish Chad Red was the 8. It was at least a 5 or something, because I want to see March Tariq, March Chad Red battle it out.
Yeah, I think Tariq gets by Courtney, and I think he's going to get by Demas as well.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the two of them, honestly, the two of them are fireworks, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, I was going to say Demas is fireworks, right? And Tariq, he's got a fun style.
I'm actually excited for that. I kind of like the way the bracket fell now, thinking about it. I mean,
yeah.
I want to see March Chad Red and March Tariq. Let's see it on the backside. See it somewhere. I need that match, but I also need this Dom Demas Tariq Wilson match. So,
yeah,
sign me up for all of that. Moving down 3-6, 3 seed Sebastian Rivera. Real quick, shout out to the seeding committee for this weight class.
There's I didn't read into the brackets, but I obviously I saw on Twitter, and there's a few brackets that are messed up, right? They didn't read into the matrix, or they didn't follow the matrix, and they kind of played it by common sense in a way.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm excited, and that means I get my dream matchup once again, Sebastian Rivera. Hopefully, I think I haven't seen Nick Lee yet, so we gotta be a 2 seed. So Sebastian Rivera, Nick Lee semis, but
yeah.
Get a little ahead of myself here. Dylan D'Amelio, another one. He's an Ohio State guy at 141. I'm not so sure he deserved a wild card.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a school he competes at, and a conference that he competes in. That's probably kind of a big reason why he got the wild card.
Yeah, I mean, I think that has a lot to do with it. But good on him. I like the kid. He's gonna be really good and a really successful career this year. I don't think it was the one, but that's okay. Sebastian Rivera gets the win here. Then we got Lane Peters, Dylan Duncan. That should be a pretty good match. Lane Peters looked good at EIWAs.
Good.
Only losing to Travis, I believe, in the finals. But Duncan also one of those Big Ten guys. Give me the Big Ten guy who's been tested all year long.
Yeah, I mean, he's been in that weight, right? We're talking about Sebastian Rivera, Nick Lee, Jade Ironman, Chad Red. Yeah, I mean, Duncan, give me Duncan in this match.
Yeah. All right, moving down one more. Right off the bat, give me Cody Tribus over Alan Hart in the second round.
I gotta admit, when I was looking at this, I'm like, and watching EIWAs, we just talked about it, right? He had the win over Peters. He looked great. Kerry Colot's definitely had a big impact on that Navy program already, and he's going to make a big wave. And I think, obviously, we just saw Hart. He lost to Mackenzie Bell at conferences.
Mackenzie Bell lost to Trampy, and Trampy obviously didn't wrestle, but I don't think Trampy had a shot to beat Tribus.
No, I don't think so either. Give me Tribus. I think he wins that match right there, and then he wins over Hart, and that's going to surprise some people. But guys that have followed the EIWAs and have followed Navy this year, it's not going to surprise them.
Absolutely. And I think one thing we might be overlooking is the Kerry Collat effect, where not only is he obviously helping these guys get better, but the branding that he's done at Navy so far already has made a really big difference. I've definitely heard way more about Navy this year than I had in the past. So good on him. He's doing a great job so far. Let's move on down here. This looks fun. Ian Parker, Colin Vadiviez. Vadiviez is 8-4. 4-8 in the Big Ten, but he's tough. I don't care what anybody says. He's not bad. He's gonna give Parker a problem here. I don't want to say he's gonna give him a problem, but I think this is gonna be a little bit closer than a lot of people are gonna realize.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with Parker as well, and I think that Parker Sherman match is gonna be awesome, right? Sherman, we've seen him ACC solid weight at 141. Sherman and Parker, I don't know who wins that match. I mean,
honestly, I think you're overlooking Irvin.
Irvin out of SIUE.
SIUE, he had a really good conference weekend. He's tough, man. He's real tough. I mean, yeah, I think I agree. I think Sherman's gonna win that, but
right.
Don't sleep on Saul Irvin.
Shout out Coach Spates. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That being said, overall, give me Sherman over Parker to make the quarters.
Yeah, like I said, I mean Sherman as a 10 seed, people might not guess that he's going to beat Parker, but he's been battle tested this year, and I think he wins that match. And then down low, Clay Carlson versus Parker Filios, and then we have Julian Flores versus Nick Lee. Next topic. Right, Nick Lee's on his way to wrestle Sebastian Rivera in the semis. Next topic.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. 149. Give me the guy. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me?
Boo Alira as a 32.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
No way.
That's nuts, right?
Andrew Alira, Sammy Sasso, round 1.
He's 4-1 on the year, right? They only count.
The one loss is an injury default loss.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh my god. It's freaking Alex Marinelli's all over again.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna go on to the second round. And PJ Ogunsanya, who's no slouch.
No.
9-0. And then in the quarterfinals, it's either I'm looking at the Yaya Thomas Jaden Abbas match. Yaya, he's given Sammy Sasso problems every time they've wrestled.
Yeah. I'll stop.
That was awful.
Yeah. So
that was great.
He has though. But yeah, Jaden Abbas versus Yaya Thomas. And then you got Ridge Lovett versus Peyton Amania. Amanya's got like the headlock factor where watch out, dude.
This weight. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
poor Sammy Sasso is a 1 seed. He wins this tournament, he's going to earn it.
Yes, sir.
Andrew Aliris, PJ Ogunsanya, Jaden Abbas, Yaya Thomas. Oh my goodness! All in his quarterfinal.
Yeah, I was gonna say all in the upper quarters. Wow. That's nuts.
I can't imagine what freaking AOC's 2 seed looks like. I'm assuming he's a 2 seed. All right. I mean, damn, that's rough. Give me Sammy in the semis, but holy crap, that's a gauntlet.
Yeah.
All right, 4-5. Ridge Lovett, the 5 seed, makes me happy though.
Max Murin, the 12 seed.
Shout out Diakomo Hall Fantasy Wrestling Team. Ridge Lovett earned himself a starting spot at Big Tens.
I don't think he's gonna do the same thing he did at Big Tens and beat Max Murin.
Yeah, you're also an Iowa fan.
I mean, as an Iowa fan, I would say that. But, he got thrown to his back.
Yeah, but then he lost his next match.
Yeah, but give me a Max Murin, man. He's gonna beat Rooks from Indiana, 4-5, and then Ridge Lovett, he's gonna get by Peyton, but
give me Max Ridge round 2.
I was gonna need Max to have a good tournament. I mean, they necessarily don't need it, but
Ridge did throw Max, but Ridge also scored a takedown in the 3rd period.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he's not able to score a takedown without the throw, right, or beat him without the throw. The throw definitely had a big factor on that match.
Who was Murin's 3rd loss?
He didn't place at Big Tens, right? I thought.
Yeah, but then he would have. I mean, did he wrestle a 9th place match?
Maybe.
This would be bad radio, but I gotta look this up.
No, he got pinned by Sammy Sasso, you goon.
Oh, I'm stupid. You're
Oh
right.
my God, what Ohio State fan.
I'm so dumb. Look,
I mean,
I'm shocked by Sammy's freaking run
yeah,
right now. Okay.
yeah, no, I hear you.
No, you're right. All right.
I totally
Yes.
forgot. Yeah,
He did get pinned by Sammy because he went to the well twice on a high crotch and was
yeah, yeah.
worst
Shame on
decision he's
him.
ever made in his career. Anyways.
Yeah.
All right. So you got Mirren, I got Ridge going into the quarters. That being said, watch out, Peyton O'Mania headlock. You never know.
Yes, sir.
Um, Here's a fun first round match. Mitch Moore, Josh Heil.
Yeah,
That could be good
9-4
one.
more, 7-2 Heil. Um, yeah, shout out to Heil staying at Campbell. I mean, he's tough, right? Dean Heil's younger brother. He kind of lived in the shadows, maybe a little bit. Um, give me Heil in that match, 7-2. I think he beats Moore. I mean, Moore's tough, right? He was a Virginia Tech kid, transferred out to
Virginia Tech.
Oklahoma.
I think he was a 3-time Ohio State champion in high school. Out of I believe St. Paris Graham, Ohio.
Sounds right, but I'm
Um,
not positive without looking it up.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he wrestled for Jeff Jordan. His brother was definitely there when I went to the Jeff Jordan camp with my team. I took my team up there, and his brother was one of the kids that were in the camp. So
Mitch Moore didn't he pin Sammy Sasso? Sammy's like first year at Ohio State.
yeah, no, he did. Yeah, he absolutely. Yeah, he actually yes, he pinned him, and then they wrestled I believe at Vegas, and Sammy ended up majoring him out there. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, he was Sammy's I believe first loss in college.
So then down low in that top half is Cody Kimura of Kent State, and then Boo Llewellyn of Oklahoma State. Give me Boo.
Yeah, same. Give me Boo
Give me
right to
Boo
the quarters.
over the one. Yeah, give me Boo into the quarters.
Give me Ridge Lovett in the semis.
Oh, don't do that. Yeah, I think whoever wins out of Lovett and Mirren gets past Boo, just because the Big Ten schedule, right? I think Mirren's obviously good enough to hang with the best guys in the country, regardless of his last week's performance. And then, Rich Lovett, he's proven to be that guy. So
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. I think if Ridge wins, this could be me being biased, right? But I think if Ridge beats Max, Ridge beats Boo. But if Max beats Ridge, I think Boo beats Max.
okay,
I think, and again, this could totally be me being biased. Real quick, how about Oklahoma State getting 17 matches?
yeah, no, looking at that, 16-1. I mean, then not to look ahead, but Brock Muller, he's 17-0.
Yeah, Missouri always pats their schedule though. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
true. But
But
Oklahoma State getting that many matches, we obviously seen them on the road a lot this year, right? We saw them at UNI, Iowa State. They wrestled Oklahoma twice. Yeah, it's good to see them get that many matches and really in a dual season. So
yeah, for sure, that's great. All right, moving 3-6. Brock Muller, taking care of business in round one. Casey Cobb, Michael Blockus. That's a really fun matchup.
Casey Cobb out of Navy, Michael Blockus. Yeah, that's a good matchup. Right? We're talking about Navy, how their guys are on the upswing, the program's on the upswing. Obviously the weight below had Tribus. Casey Cobb, he's a tough dude. And as a 19th seed, I wouldn't be surprised if he beats Blockus.
I'm taking it. Give me Casey Cobb. I think Casey Cobb wins that match.
All right, so yeah.
I think he loses to Brock, obviously, for the second round, but give me Cobb over Blockus. And then I got another one. Give me Jimmy Hoffman over to Cannon Store.
Yeah, Storr hasn't had the season where I thought maybe last year coming into this year or whatever. It hasn't been the same Cannon Storr. It doesn't seem like it anyways. And yeah, Jimmy Hoffman, he's tough. He didn't wrestle a whole lot in the EIWA season. All right, we didn't get to see him, I don't believe, in that duel between Lehigh and Binghamton. But yeah, Jimmy Hoffman, he's tough. And then down low, we got Josh Finesilver, the last of the Finesilver brothers, versus Bryce Andonian, a battle of the ACCs. Give me Bryce Andonian, of course, but Finesilver stuff.
Yeah, give me Andonian into the quarters over either Hoffman or Storr. And then I got Andoni and Mahler in the quarters there.
Yeah, sounds about right for me too.
All right, Milner, Shaloni. Now that's a little surprising to see. App State guy, 7th seed.
Yeah, no, that's
awesome.
crazy, right?
Not something I would see all that often. Give me Give me Mike Van Brill into the quarters though. He had
Yeah,
a phenomenal backside run at Big Tens.
yeah, he's gonna get by Tristan Lara of UNI. He's 6-6. Yeah, and Milner. I mean, I don't like we've talked about battle tested. App State. I know they wrestled the VMI guys, the Gardner Webb, a few of those guys, the teams in the SoCon that might not have been that impressive. As a 7 seed though, I mean, obviously he beat somebody to earn a good seed. Maybe that 13-1 record just helped out, but yeah, Mike Van Brill. We saw him perform well at the Big Tens, and I think he gets by Milner. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets by Milner.
Yeah, no, I agree. Give me Van Brill into the semis or to the quarters there. You know, Griffin Perriott is 7-2 as a 15 seed.
He came into the EIWAs at like 4-0, right? He didn't really have any big wins.
Yeah, no, he definitely didn't, but that's still I mean, that's a name to watch. I mean, you never know what he can do on the backside of the bracket there.
Jared Deegan was a kind of a name to watch, before the season. I mean, he's another one that might not have had the season that he expected, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jared Deegan beats Griffin Perriott.
No, I agree. I agree a lot. I'm still gonna pick Perriott, but that's gonna be a really fun first round match there. That might be one of my marquee first round matches there.
Yeah.
AOC's gonna take care of business at the end of the day. He'll make it.
Oh yeah.
Nice knocking off Embryl in the quarters.
Yeah, give me AOC over Brock Mahler in the semis, and AOC versus Sammy Sasso in the finals.
That being said, I'm gonna need Austin O'Connor to not place higher than RBY, because I made a trade. I traded Austin O'Connor for RBY.
Well, they're probably both going to take second, right?
Here's my problem. All right, Austin O'Connor can absolutely beat Sammy Sasso, right? And I'm saying that as an Ohio State fan. I think Sammy's gonna win, but he can absolutely beat him. RBY,
he's not going to beat Fix.
Right, it's not likely. I actually think RBY matches up very well with Fix, but I'm not gonna pick it. I think we can get into that in another episode, but I only made the trade because I didn't have a 33 pounder that was any good, and I had freaking Ridge Lovett, Griffin Perriott, and Bo Bartlett on my bench, so I said I got some depth there. Let me make a trade, but still, AOC, you can't outplace RBY, so figure that out.
Yeah, don't do it.
Oh, I gotta go over this time. There we go. All right, 157. Look at me figuring this out. All right, Ryan Deacon is the 1 seed. Everybody kind of saw that coming. Jared Franick is the 8. Kendall Coleman. Ooh, Kendall Coleman at the 9. That's kind of fun.
So yeah, let's look at, we got Buffalo, Michael Petit. I believe that's not their lone qualifier because Sam Schuyler got in up at 285.
Right.
Petit, I would like to see him win it. Obviously, Buffalo didn't have the greatest of the year. But yeah, Ryan Deacon, he's the real deal up top. And then we got SHU, Johnny Clark's guy, Nick Palumbo, is going to wrestle Kendall Coleman. He's obviously their first qualifier in 14 years. Kendall Coleman's just on a different level. Yeah, but we might see another rematch between Palumbo versus Krotman.
Backside there.
Backside. So, I think Franick gets by Krotman. But then again, Krotman, not this year, but he has had big wins. So
he has a win over Colossic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's pulled some wins out of his butt.
Oh yeah. So you never know with that match, I guess.
Yeah. That Requeer Vandermeer and Justin McCoy match first round is a really good one too. Give me Justin McCoy, but watch out for that one.
That's a cool name right there, Requeer Vandermeer.
Yeah.
So broken up.
That. Yeah, I'm picturing like the Iranians chants like Requeer Vandermeer.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Right, we've seen McCoy. He was in the ACC, which was Hayden next topic. Maybe McCoy gets past Vandermeer, but Ryan Deacon, he's coming away up top.
Yeah, he's not beating Deacon. Give me Coleman into the quarters to lose to Deacon.
Yeah, I think Coleman gets by Franick, and then he loses to Deacon.
All right, 4-5 here. We got Caleb Young, Connor Brady. I like
Caleb
that.
Young.
I like that match. Yeah. That might be one of my upset picks. I don't know. We'll see.
Caleb Young, let's go, Hawks.
I'm being real mean to the Hawkeyes today, aren't
Must
I?
be, man. Trying to win a national title here. Come on.
They're going to win a national title. No
Oh,
matter
yeah.
how many upsets I pick or how many upsets happen, they're going to win a national title.
Yeah, Caleb Young's 5-1 on the year. He only lost to Deacon, the number 1 seed. I mean, granted, the 2 and 3 guys are, they're up there in that category too. But
We've also seen Caleb Young. We've seen two different Caleb Youngs at NCAAs, right? We've seen him completely choke and not place, and we've seen him go off and beat Ryan Deacon twice at NCAAs.
We need to see the Puxatawny Caleb Young, the Caleb Brands, whatever you call him.
Caleb Brands, Caleb Young.
Yeah, he's gonna have probably, Cerniglia at 8-1. I don't think he's getting by Berge.
No, I agree. I think Berge wins that one. I'm gonna need Berge to have a big tournament here, get on the podium for me, score some points for the Diakono Hallei. But
then
Berge
down low,
Young, yeah, give me Young.
Yeah, then down low we've got Hunter Willits versus Cody Bond, and Caleb Licking versus Jesse Delvecchia. Delvecchia is the former East Islip guy, I believe, right? He's a New York guy, but I think that's where he went, East Islip.
I usually remember sections more than do teams.
He's a Section 11 guy, Suffolk, yeah. I'm pretty sure East Islip. But he's 7-0. I believe he was the 4th seed going into nationals last year too.
Yes, he was.
Right,
yeah,
he was ranked 4th in the country, I think, all year long this year. Right, he's behind David Carr, he's behind Hayden Hidley, and he's behind Deacon. It would be awesome to see him have a tournament, right? As a New York fan.
I agree for sure. I think I'm pulling the trigger on something here, but I'd like to see Jesse Delvecchia make the semis.
Yeah.
That being said, Penn State always has a guy overperform every single year. Somebody overperforms, and I don't think it's gonna be Joe Lee. So give me Brady Berg in the semis.
Yeah, like I said about Delvecchia, I didn't look up his record this year. I've seen a few of his matches, the results anyways. We talk about him throughout the year, but I think whoever wins Berge versus Young is going to make the semis against Deacon. As much as I like Jesse Delvecchia.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think Young beats Delvecchia as well.
But a small school, having a guy in a small school make the semis, I always root for that, even if it's against the Hawkeye in the quarters. So
yeah, no, for sure, I agree. All right, 3-6. This will be a really good quarter here. I think the round 2 will be fire in this quarter here. David Carr, he's gonna take care of business. Will Lewan holding Heller. That could be
don't sleep on Heller, man.
Yeah, that could be a good one. I think Heller wins that match there.
You do.
Yeah, give me Heller over Will Lewan.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to pull for Heller. The EIWA guys this year without those Ivy Leaguers. It'd be nice to see Heller win.
Yeah, so
obviously David Carr, he's on a different level than I think a lot of these guys on the bottom half. But I mean, him and Brayton in the quarters could be pretty exciting.
Yeah, actually, I'm going David Carr here, and I'm going to Teamer over Barton.
Corey, let's go.
Give me Ja'Cory to pull it. Give me Ja'Cory Teamer, David Carr the quarters.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Ja'Cory Teamer get some big wins throughout his life, right? Not so much in college just yet, but we've seen him get wins over Sammy Sasso. At the cadet trials in 2018, 2017, something like that. I think he teched him twice to make the team. So we've seen flashes out of Ja'Cory Teamer. Give me Ja'Cory over Brayton Lee to make the quarters.
He's got to have that big tournament, right? I mean, he's due for a big folk style and NCAA tournament. The last time we saw a Long Beach guy at the national tournament, L40, Dylan Palacio, right? So give me Ja'Cory Teamer. Him and David Carr in the quarters.
Yeah. All right, moving down 2-7. Jarrett Jack Hughes. Jarrett Jack Hughes takes care of business there, and then you got Justin Thomas, Jacob Wright. That's gonna be a good one. I think Wyoming's had a really good season. They significantly overperformed at Big 12s. So Give me Wright to upset Justin Thomas there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised with that. I mean, Justin Thomas is 11-3, Wright 16-4. I'll still probably go with Thomas, and he'll have Jaquez from Missouri, and then down low you got Chase Aldate. It's a 15. Right, we were high on Chase Aldate. He lost to Caleb Young 4-0 in the semis, and then I think he wrestled back, took third or fourth, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and then he beat Coleman, I think. Yeah, he beat Coleman in the Conti semis. But
Aldate, right?
Yeah, Aldate.
Yeah, he did.
So he'll have K. DeVos of South Dakota State, and then I think he gets by that, and then he'll have the winner of Hayden Hidley versus Marcus Hartman. Hartman's of Army. Yeah, Hidley's gonna get past him. I think Hidley versus Aldate could be a good match. Yeah, obviously I'm picking Hayden, but Aldate.
For that.
So yeah, Aldate. I'm excited for his future, and he might make some noise in the backside.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's got a real shot at making a run to the round of 12, maybe even sneaking into the 7-8 match.
Yep.
But Hayden Hidley's, I mean, it's the top 3 guys here and nobody else. But
yeah,
I'm gonna walk that back. Jacobs Wright's not beating Justin Thomas. I don't know what I was thinking there. I lost my mind a little bit.
It's fine.
But I'm gonna walk it back.
Walk it back.
All right. We'll make total picks later on. I'm not gonna make nobody make.
We'll dive deeper in there. Right. This is our live reactions. We haven't really looked at these brackets yet.
All right. So, oh man, why does the NCAA hate Alex Marinelli?
Yeah, no idea.
Why do they hate Alex Marinelli? What did Alex Marinelli do to anybody? I mean, his 1 year at the 1 seed, he wrestles JoJo Smith in the first round. Then I can't remember who his second round was, but it was somebody good. And then he wrestles Mekhi Lewis in the quarterfinals as the number 1 seed. And now this kid, he's going to have an easier first round match. He's not going to get a Joe Smith. Then he's going to get Thomas Bullard, in my opinion. He's going to get Thomas Bullard in the second round, and then he's going to have Shane Griffith, who's had 1 loss in his career.
Yeah, and we talked about Griffith, right? Stanford, they kind of just rolled out of bed and then they started their season. Shane Griffin, he's going to be dangerous for Marinelli, right? Luke Weber, he had a great Big 12s rather. 13-2. He's going to have Andrew Sparks, who's a little dinged up right now. He started strong and he had a few close matches, right? He's got the gas tank, but yeah, give me Weber over Sparks, and then Griffith versus Tucker. Give me Griffith. Yeah, Marinelli versus. I think it's gonna be Marinelli versus Shane Griffith, but yeah.
No, I agree.
Poor Marinelli, man.
I'm taking the Bull, but damn, man, what a freaking path he's got again. That being said, I don't think there's a single person in the tournament, maybe besides Micah, that I'm pulling for harder than Alex Marinelli.
Yeah, I mean, watching that Eli Stickley thing on the Big Tens last year, Alex is just. It was nuts. Alex is a great guy.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I really want him to win a national title this year.
Yeah, give me Ricky Stam winning that top pigtail too.
Oh yeah, shout out Long
Island.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Ricky Stam. I think he took 3rd in New York State his senior year. 2-time national qualifier. Good on him. Get a win here. Move on. All right. 4-5, we got Zakk Hartman of Bucknell, who is 10-0 out of the AIWA. He's really tough. I'm not, he lost last year to Colton Yapujan of Cornell. And I think since that loss, he's turned a huge corner. He's gotten a ton better. And I don't know what kind of Mekhi Lewis we're going to see this weekend. But if it's anything less than 80%, I think Hartman can beat him.
You've got to imagine it's less than 80%. I mean, yeah. But it's hard to tell. I mean, that injury that he had against Wenzel wasn't very good. Right, he didn't wrestle in the ACCs, but I don't see a Mekhi being 100%. I don't see him being 80, 90%. But yeah, Hartman, he's tough, and it would be nice to see Bucknell have a great run.
Yeah, I agree. So, give me Hartman in the first round, and I mean Jake Keating's a tough second round match. Jake
Yeah.
Keating's tough out of UVA, um, but I'm gonna take Hartman over Keating. I kind if I didn't like Hartman so much, I'd be taking Keating, but give me Hartman there.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you with Keating as well. Um, Looking at the ACCs at this weight, we were kind of hoping, and we kind of assumed, but some of these guys needed the wild cards, and I'm glad they did because they deserve to be in the national tournament. But yeah, Keating's tough. But you give me Hartman, and hopefully Mackay's healthy. But if not, hopefully Hartman pulls through.
Yeah, I agree, and I mean, here's what I think. I think if Mackay isn't above an 80%, he's not even gonna wrestle. Um, if he doesn't wrestle, we're gonna see one of those Nick Sirianni situations from when he was at Penn State, where
Yep.
he just I don't think they're gonna withdraw him from the bracket. Um, because I mean Virginia Tech's in the race for a team trophy, right? So if you can, I mean it's no different than what Penn State did with Nick Sirianni. They left him in the bracket because it affected Oklahoma State because at that year. Nick Piccinini was the 8 seed, so if he pulls out, that puts him on the bottom half of the bracket. Now he's not wrestling Spencer, and that makes a difference for their team run. But um, give me Mackay to make the semis. But I mean, if he's not wrestling, I'm gonna take Hartman over schedule in the quarters.
Sounds good.
All right, moving down, Jake Wenzel at the 3. He's gonna have New York native Evan Barzak in the first round. I'm not sure Evan's ready for a Jake Wenzel
No.
saddle, so give me Wenzel pretty easily there.
Yep.
Garrett Nyhouse, Payne Robb, that's gonna be a fun first round match. Um, I'm sure they've wrestled this year. I'm not gonna take time to look it up at the moment,
Yeah,
but
same.
my gut says Payne Robb.
Yeah, give me Payne
Ooh,
Robb.
first round match: Cameron Amin, Kennedy Monday.
Yeah, winner gets O'Toole.
Winner gets O'Toole. Wow,
Yeah, that's
what a 2 rounds.
it's wild, man. Right? I mean, Amin's tough, right? I don't believe Marinelli even scored a takedown on him. I think he lost 2-0, and no takedown for Marinelli, right? He held him off, and then he got Kennedy Monday, who's 7-5. He's coming out of the ACC. Um, he's 22 seed, right? Don't sleep on Kennedy Monday.
Yeah,
This
I'm not gonna pick it because I'm a huge, huge, huge fan of Keegan O'Toole. I mean, I've been watching that kid since he could freaking crawl. I remember watching him wrestle at freaking cadet trials when he was a freshman in high school, and I think he went like 0-2 or something, and then makes big jumps. But uh, if I haven't been watching Keegan O'Toole since since he could crawl, I'd probably be picking Kennedy Monday as a 22 seed to make the semis. But give me Keegan O'Toole over. I don't know. Cam Amin, Kennedy Monday. Holy crap.
shout out to Jake Silverstein of Ryder, right? He just got in. The at-larges were announced. He didn't make it in, and then somebody pulled, and then he gets pulled in as the next at-large waiting, right? And yeah, it's good to see him. He's a New York native, Hauppauge, I believe.
Yep. Yeah.
But
No,
yeah, he's
absolutely.
not ready for Keegan O'Toole either.
No, I don't think so either. Keegan's an animal. But that second round, I don't even know who I'm gonna pick, Kevin Amin or Kevin Money. I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna take Keegan over whoever wins, but that might be number one match of the first round.
Yeah, and then just give me Jake Wenzel to the semis. I mean, obviously these three guys. I mean, Monday, O'Toole, they've got the potential to beat Wenzel in the quarters. But I gotta go with Jake Wenzel. He's tough.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Kennedy Monday can beat Jake Wenzel.
Who's the
Just
one that Monday was beating like 11-3 and then lost 14-13 or whatever it was?
wasn't that
Was
Keating?
it Keating? It might have been Keating.
I think it was Keating.
Okay.
Um, but I just think the matchup for Monday and Wenzel isn't great for Monday. So, but I will say I think Cameron Amin, or Keegan can beat Jake Wenzel, and I'm taking Keegan to beat Jake Wenzel in the quarters.
Okay.
But I don't think Kennedy can. But if Amin or Keegan make it, I think I'm taking them in the quarters. All right, moving down 2-7. Ethan Smith of Ohio State, the 7 seed. Um, wow, I like this.
Yeah,
Looking
Joe
at
Lee
this,
versus Whitlake.
looking at this at with Buckeye glasses on, I'm liking this a lot. Whitlake's a little scary.
Right.
But Ethan Smith, he's gonna win that first match, and then you got Jolie, Travis Whitlake is a first round match. Jolie had a bad showing at Big Tens, but I don't know. I don't think you can beat Whitlake. Whitlake, I mean, opposite, right? He also had a bad showing at Big 12s. I mean, he had one loss, but relative, right? He was kind of expected to walk through Big 12s. Give me Whitlake in that match, and then give me Bronigal over Oljanik. And how about Anthony Valencia being a 2 seed?
Yeah, right. This might be Valencia's year to make a little run, right? He's 10-0. He hasn't had the NCAAs that he's wanted to. And has he placed at the NCAAs?
No, he's lost in the round of 12. He lost to Palacio the one year.
No kidding. Yeah, so
He got Peterson and lost.
as a 2 seed, you really might have to screw this up to not place this year. But I've seen crazier things.
I mean, he screwed it up that year. He was well expected to beat Dylan Palacio.
Yeah.
He gets Peterson and pinned in the blood round. I mean, who gets pinned in a Peterson? I mean, obviously, wrestling Dylan Palacio, he pins anybody, but.
Chem Dog.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too.
That's kind of what happened, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm not picking this one yet.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Valencia.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, we're going to move on to the next weight class. I'm not ready to pick here yet. We'll come back to it another day.
Yep.
174. Here we go. Okay. Jacob Nolan out of Binghamton, the 33 seed. He's in the bracket. Good on him. I think he beats Drew Hughes.
I do too.
And, Chem Dog Millionaire puts a little clinic on him a little bit. Gut reaction. Donnell Washington, Daniel Bullard, second round. That'll be a good go. Clay Lau. I think Clay Lau is. He could be. I can't say he's gonna beat Kimura, right? But he could be. Who was that kid from UNC at 184?
Chip Ness.
Chip Ness. Yes, he could be the next Chip Ness. He have a little bit of a run here. I'm not picking to beat Kimura, but I could see him going on a run on the backside. He's got some tools in his toolbox that are fun to watch.
Yeah, Clay Laut's tough. I believe he bumped up to wrestle Trent highly in the match.
Trent and Bolin.
Yeah, so that's good on him, right? And he wrestled Trent tough.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously 5-3, 2 of those losses are to pretty tough guys at the weight above. So, yeah, people might be sleeping on him a little bit.
Yeah. Give me Daniel Bullard over Donnell Washington to also lose to Michael Kimura.
Yeah, I agree. That sounds about right.
4-5 Logan Massa versus Tim Fitzpatrick. Tim Fitzpatrick was kind of one of the surprises at EIWAs that we weren't really kind of expecting. That being said, he's not ready for Logan Massa. Bernie Treau, Jacob
Truax.
Truax?
I'm going to call him Truax. We've got Truaxes up around here, and I mean, obviously that's how it's spelt, but obviously Brackey and other people say Truax, Truau, Tro, whatever. It is what it is. I'm going to call him Truax, but Bernie Truax is tough.
He is. He's really good, and I mean, I'm going to take him to win that match, but then he's not beating Massa either. I think this weight class is. I mean, it's kind of determined in my opinion. You got the 5 best guys off in the Big Ten, and the 5 best guys are gonna go to 1 through 5.
Sometimes, I mean, most years you say that, but you've got guys like Bernie Truax that are gonna, knock somebody off, and you're gonna be shocked. And Truax is obviously tough. Coming from a small program, Cal Poly hasn't had the success. I mean, they've had a few All-Americans, I guess, in years past, but it'd be nice to see a program like that have an All-American this year.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And I'm not. Obviously, nothing's a lock at the NCAA tournament except for Spencer Lee, but I don't think. I just personally think that top 5 is gonna be there, but I can see somebody losing, somebody getting upset somewhere. Yeah. Happens every year. This quarter's, in my opinion, is Logan Massa with Mikey Labriola, and
Yeah, Jackson Hemauer versus Trenton Munoz. Munoz he's had a decent year, 5-2. Hemauer, I think. Who did he wrestle in the Big 12s? He beat.
Was it
Yeah, I guess no, it didn't beat him.
Runyon?
I thought he had a good win in the semis and then lost in the finals, but I don't know. I could be wrong. But yeah, give me Labriola. He'll win over Runyon, and he'll knock off Munoz or Hemauer. I don't know who wins that match. To be honest with you.
Munoz or
Yeah,
Hemauer?
right. Yeah,
I'm taking Hemauer.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Hemauer he beat Dustin Plott.
Yeah, that's what it was. I mean, Plott's obviously banged up. That's the yeah, he beat Plott.
He had a good run. He beat Plott, he beat Hastings, and then he lost to Demetrius Romero. That's a pretty good tournament.
Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah.
But give me Hemauer, give me Labriola.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. 6'3", Carter Starocci, whatever you want to call him. Give me him in the semis. Next topic in this quarter. This quarter does not look very good.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. I mean, Hastings 15-2. We just said that he took that loss to Hemauer. I think he might get by Michael Malley. Hard telling though. He's 7-1. He was 10th. I think he was ranked 10th in the country before EIWAs, and then he got Carter. He's going to get by Vince Marcelli. He'll get by Hastings or O'Malley. And then down low, you got Murphy versus Kaufman, and then Howard versus McNally. McNally's 10-1 out of Kent State. I think he gets by Cody Howard.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's going to be Starocci. I mean, Austin Murphy could make some noise here, but
yeah.
I mean,
well, Mike Evans isn't at Campbell anymore. Never mind.
No, he followed Cole.
He followed Kerry Cole. I just was trying to think of like the effects that some of these assistant coaches have on these wrestlers, but yeah. Murphy, I wouldn't be surprised if Murphy knocks off McNally.
Yeah, give me Starocci Murphy in the quarters. Starocci with the win.
Yeah.
Here we go, 7-2. This is another one of those ones that I'm looking at and I'm saying, Buckeye glasses, I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Romero, Jackson Turley, give me Romero in a controlling win. Ant-Man versus Peyton Mako. That's going to be a good first-round match. Peyton Mako, I believe, is a freshman, right?
I think he's one of the freshman phenom for Mizzou.
Yeah,
could be wrong.
I think he's a freshman, but he's not as tested as Romero is, right? He's not in that Big Ten grind. He's 11-1. I mean, we all know how Mizzou does their scheduling.
Yes, sir.
They always have better seeds than they deserve. That being said, Peyton Mako is tough. I've seen him wrestle. He's really good, but give me Romero into the quarters.
Yeah, we're probably going to see a Romero versus Romero quarters. Right, Dustin Potts versus Flitz. Potts obviously dinged up. I don't know how dinged up he's going to be coming into this tournament. Obviously, his shoulder's not going to be healthy. It's just a matter of how much percentage that he's going to be able to go. And then you got Jake Logan, shout out New York, out of Lehigh. He's going to have Demetrius Romero. Some guys were kind of obviously upset with Romero being the 2 seed.
I mean, how can he be? He's undefeated.
16-0, he's conference champ. Yeah, no, I hear you with that.
I mean,
because obviously some of these, I saw the top 2 seeds, right? Mason Paris is the 2 seed. People thought he was going to be like 6 or something. But yeah, no.
He's got multiple. He's got a lot of quality wins. He beat Bernie Trejo. He's got 2 wins over Hayden Hastings. He beat Anthony Mantanona. He beat Jackson Hemauer. I mean, that's a lot of quality wins. You can't really be mad.
No, he beat a lot of guys that are in the tournament. He's going to get by Jake Logan. He's going to get by Plott or Flitz, and then it's going to be Romero versus Romero quarters. I'm not going to be surprised if Caleb Romero 9-4 knocks off Demetrius.
Give me the Buckeye into the semis.
Yes, potentially.
Here we go. 184. Top quarter. Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Venz is the 8th.
Why is Venz the 8?
Yeah, no idea.
What am I missing here? I'm going to cheat. I don't even care. So we got Heidley, Dupre, Kaijen. Okay.
Bowen's a 5. Bowen is the 5.
The 5.
Nelson Brands is a 12.
Who's
Ooh,
a 7?
doggy.
Britt Wilson? Britt Wilson's a 7? I mean,
Yeah,
he's 13-1, but how is he seated ahead of Taylor Venn, who's in the finals of Big Tens?
yeah, they don't mess this one up.
This is Devin Kane at the 22. That's a good.
Wisnowski's a 7-2 is a 60. Yeah, that makes sense.
Holy, this bracket. I mean, this bracket is gonna get blown up.
Greg Harvey of Pitts at 30. Yeah, Bronico. Yeah, so yeah, this is wild. It's a crazy bracket right here.
Go into the top quarter here.
Webster next time.
Joe Kusti, Jaquan Anderson, first round. Sorry, Pigtail here. Shout out Sacred Heart, John Clark.
Yes, sir.
Aaron Brooks can take care of business over whoever comes out at Pigtail. Then you got Owen Webster, Max Lyon. That's a tough first round match. I mean, obviously more Big Ten in action here, but
yeah, give me Webster in that one.
I'm taking Lyon. Give me Lyon here. Then you got Jeremiah Kent, Rocky Jordan. Man, I'm not high on Rocky this year. I've been super critical of him all year long, and to the point where we're pretty sure you heard me. But Jeremiah Kent is a winnable match.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we talked about Missouri. He's 9-1, but and without going to WrestleStat to see who he's beat.
Yeah, I mean,
Rocky Jordan obviously has been in a weird weight, right? He's got a win over Max Lyon. He lost to Nelson Brands a few times.
He's in the Big Ten gauntlet that we keep talking about. We keep referring back to, and then but again we're referring back to this too. Missouri pads their schedule. I don't know. I'm not. Give me Rocky to win that match.
Yeah, I mean Rocky. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a decent NCAA tournament. Not saying he's going to get on the podium, but he's been at the NCAA tournament for the past, gosh darn, 10 years, right? He's been watching his brothers wrestle there. Yeah, no, he's 5-8. I think he knocks off Kent as a 9 seed. Wouldn't shock me one bit. He'll have probably Venz. Venz will get by Matt Waddell. Yeah, Venz versus Brooks quarters. Sign me up.
I got a bone to pick with this bracket, okay? Jeremiah Kent, his best win is Tate Samuelson.
Wyoming kid?
Yeah, and he lost to Britt Wilson. Britt Wilson's best win is Jeremiah Kent. How is Britt Wilson seated ahead of Taylor Venz? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
The quality wins. I mean, you can go by the matrix or by common sense. Like, Taylor Venz should be seated ahead of him. And this screws Taylor Venz, in my opinion, out of any shot of making the finals. I don't think he could beat Aaron Brooks.
Yeah, that's it. This bracket's definitely messed right up. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Yeah, no, I don't. This is bad. Anyways, give me Rocky in the first round. Give me Venz over Rocky, and then give me Brooks over Venz.
Solid. Coming down, we've got Hunter Boland versus Dylan Amerem of Lehigh. We got Dominic Ducharme versus Nelson Brands. Chris Weiler versus David Key. Sammy Colbray versus Parker Kaijen. Give me Boland.
Same.
Ducharme, is that the same dude that wrestled PD3 a couple years ago at the...
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Just coming from that, being a West Coast guy, that's who I thought it was. Right, he's 5-0 out of Cal State Bakersfield. He's gonna have Nelson Brand 7-4. Yeah, give me Nelson.
Same.
Nelson versus Boland could be fun, depending on what Nelson.
The hand fight of Brands is great. The only thing I can't figure out is how does Brands score?
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
We saw 30 minutes of whatever. Trent finally scored on Boland.
Right, it takes Trent Hidley, who's beaten. 30 minutes. I don't see Brands finding a way to convert a leg attack or takedown here. So
give me Boland.
I'm not mad if Brands wins that match though. I think I like Brands a lot. I think I said it last week. But I don't see it getting done. That being said, what I do see getting done, Mr. David Key of Navy knocking off Chris Weiler.
Yes, sir. I was exactly what I was gonna say. Right, we talked about in the IWA recap. David Key, he looked good. He wrestled Louis Dupre. Louis Dupre beat him. It kind of wasn't close, but I mean, it was.
Beats everybody right now.
But yeah, David Key over Chris Weiler. I wasn't very high on Weiler, and that's a former EIWA matchup. Weiler being a Lehigh guy.
Right, yeah, for sure. Key there. And then Parker Kaijen against Sammy Colbray. You know, Kaijen's a freshman at 184. He's 15-0 out of UNI. Sammy Colbray's a vet. He's been around. He's been on the block. That's one of those circle this match because that could be a 29/4.
Yeah. I mean, we just saw Parker Kekheisen beat Tate Samuelson 5-3 in the Big 12 finals. And obviously he had that takedown that Tate's foot was out of bounds. Right. So, yeah, Colbray over Kekheisen, it could happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still taking Keck, but I'm going to be keeping a keen eye on that match.
Yep.
Moving down. 3-6. Gut reaction, this is going to be a pretty decent quarter here. Louis Dupre, Greg Harvey. Greg Harvey's tough. I mean, he's coming up from 174, but, you know, he's had it's 6-6, but that pit, the ACC weight was tough, super tough. So, give me the prayer there. Give me Bronigal over Hopkins. I know Hopkins is 11-1 out of Campbell, but it's that Big Ten grind that makes him 6-6. And then another one of those circle this match. It's gonna be a good one. Dakota Gear, Devin Kane. This is gonna be fun. I got Kane over Gear here.
Really? Who did Kane wrestle? He was probably the 3 seed maybe at ACC's. Did he have Trent or was he on the other side with Bolin?
I believe he had Trent.
Okay. I couldn't remember, I guess, where he was, 3 or 4. Yeah, give me Dakota Gear. He former Edinburgh guy, out to Oklahoma State. He 15-3 on the year. Yeah, give me Gear in that matchup. I think he'll move on to take on John Poznanski of Rutgers.
So if I tell you that Devin Kane lost 5-4 to Trent Hiley, do you change your opinion?
Who's his other 2 losses to? And what were the scores?
He lost to Dakota Howard and Daniel Bullard.
Yeah, give me Dakota Gear.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still taking Kane here. I think.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, those were the first 2 matches of the year. So, I mean, I'm not throwing them away, obviously, but I'm taking Kane still over Gear to get that upset.
And we're talking about 184 and UNC Chip Ness, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I see what you're going with. Okay. But Poznanski versus Taylor Brown of Army. Poznanski, give me that one.
Yeah, for sure. Poznanski there. And then give me Devin Kane again. I'm taking Devin Kane over Poznanski. He's gonna have that Chip Ness-esque type of run here, and then I think it gets stopped in its tracks by Louis. But Louis in the semis over Devin Kane in the quarters.
Yeah, sounds good. I like to see Louis in the semis. Down low, we got Britt Wilson as the 7 seed. Weird. And then we got DeAndre Nassar versus Britt Wilson. Give me Britt Wilson in that match. I mean,
yeah, I agree.
I don't see him losing that match, even though he's a 7 seed. And then we have Charles Small versus Tate Samuelson. Give me Tate.
Give me Tate there. Give me Tate over Britt.
Yeah. Give me Tate over Britt. Because Tate just took second at the – so wait, he took second at the Big 12s, but he's behind Britt. Right?
Yes.
Britt
he lost to Britt earlier in the year.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then. So, yeah, give me Tate Samuelson to beat Small and then to beat Wilson. And that's another one of our 10/7 matchups, right? We picked a few 10/7s already in the last 6-7 weights.
Yeah, that's usually between that one and I mean you can't really call 8-9 an upset, right? So
yeah, true.
10-7 and that 10-7 spot every year is where a lot of upset picks come from, kind of as expected.
And then we'll have Malsuski of MSU versus Clothier of University of Northern Colorado. Give me Malsuski. Big 12 or Big 10 guy. I can't pick against the Big 10 guy.
Yeah, I agree. Malsuski
I
wins.
mean, they're both 9-3, but obviously one had a kind of a harder record.
Yeah, definitely had a tougher route, especially that 184 bracket at Big Tens was tough.
Yeah.
Trent Hidley, give me Trent into the semis against
Louis. Yeah. Yeah, give me that match. Yeah.
7. All right, we got. Okay. Oh man, wasn't that a AIWA final? Jacobson and JT Brown.
Yes, it was. They wrestled in the duel and they wrestled in EIWA finals. And look at that, Buchanan versus Noah Adams.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
Oh Lord!
Yesterday.
Yeah, we just talked about
this yesterday. Oh man. Okay, so we just talked about that match.
Oh man.
That's rough.
Let's start up top. So we're gonna have Billy Janzer versus Logan Andrew. Shout out SoCon, shout out Chattanooga, but Billy Janzer is gonna win that match, even though he's 3-5.
I agree.
But shout out Musa. Musa beat Andrew earlier in the year, and then I think if Musa would have beat Andrew in the semis at SoCons, we probably would be seeing Musa in the bracket.
Yeah, I mean Musa even now is still I think ranked ahead of him, at least based on WrestleStat. I mean WrestleStat obviously is an algorithm, right? WrestleStat has him ranked higher at the moment.
Yeah, he's 10-2 or 12-2, whatever he is on the year, and Andrew's 10-6. So
yeah,
but Miles Amin over Billy.
Yeah, for sure. And then I got Jacobson winning that match again over Brown. Then we got the rematch. Noah Adams, Stephen Buchanan. I think they've had 3 1-point matches. We talked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
I know I said I'm taking them to flip it this time. I said it last time. I'm taking it again. Give me Noah Adams to finally get over the hump and beat Buchanan here.
I mean, you would think that this is going to happen. And I think this might just be the David Taylor versus Kyle Dake effect where Buchanan just might have his number.
Yeah.
It just might know the right things to do and, what to do and, just how to do it. They've wrestled 3 times this year. Buchanan's won them all. Give me Buchanan over Adams. But then again, like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if Adams wins. It's bound to happen, right?
Yeah, I mean, winner loses anyways. Right? They're not beating Miles Mean.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're not beating Miles. So, they're fun stops there.
Oh, I didn't even know this. Nicky Reenan got a wild card.
Yeah, he did.
Man, I didn't even know that. What a surprise for me. I'm happy about that one. All right, so we got Jacob Warner, Nick Reenan, round 1.
Yeah.
How you feeling about that as an Iowa fan?
I don't feel great about it. I mean, Nicky Reenan 7-3. He has the win over Nino this year, right?
No.
Jay?
Yeah, no, he lost a 2-0 to Jay. I don't think he beat Nino, did he?
I could be. I probably not.
No, he lost to Nino and Jay. His best win.
Who did he wrestle in the beginning of the year? Before Trumbull kind of took in.
He had the 2-0 loss to Jay Ayala.
Okay, that's what it was, and that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, so I mean it was a close loss, and then he kind of got tooled up by Bonacorsi a little bit, and then he lost.
Doesn't surprise me, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, no, Reenan's obviously tough, and we see different Warners each time. And like I said, if we have the offensive Warner, give me him every time.
That Warner that wrestled against Miles Amin in the semis.
Yeah.
That Warner's scary.
Yeah. And if we see that Warner, right, I could see him sliding through and beating Reenan, getting past Davidson or Coleman, and then obviously we got fast switch Ferrari down there as the forces seed.
I want to see Nick Reenan from the U.S. Open against Jacob Warner from Midlands a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, if we see that.
Red shirt year, Jacob Warner.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I hear you. I mean, it would be nice to see Reenan go out with a bang. Obviously, he's paid his dues. He's been in the streets. Was in Final X, right? And we just haven't seen him have that success in the folk style circuit. But yeah, give me Warner and Davidson versus Coleman.
That's gonna be a good match. I'm gonna take Davidson here, but that another one of those. I think I'm gonna do a. We don't really have a place to put it yet, but I want to do an article of best first round matches, and that's gonna be one of them on there for sure.
Yeah, as Marcus Coleman as a 21 seed. Yeah, definitely. That's a good match to watch out for. And then down low, we got Tanner Stallone 14-2, right? Both of those losses came the one loss came to AJ Ferrari. He lost 7-1, I think, 7-0, and then he got pinned by Marcus Coleman. He'll have Max Shaw of UNC.
That's another one. That's another one I'm circling. Max Shaw's tough.
And Tanner Sloan's not healthy.
Exactly. Give me Max Shaw.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't feel comfortable picking Sloan in some of these matches just based on last week's performance. Obviously losing to Ferrari the way he did and then getting pinned by Coleman. Yeah.
Ferrari?
Yeah, I'm picking Ferrari to go into the quarters against my man Jacob Warner. I think 4 and 5 seed. I got to go with that.
I'm going to make a pick that I want to happen just so I can watch AJ Ferrari potentially get tooled on. AJ Ferrari, Jacob Warner, give me Ferrari to wrestle Miles Amin. And please, Miles, please, for the love of all Olympians, teach AJ Ferrari a lesson. Please. This man came at Kyle Snyder.
What if this guy just goes out and wins a national title?
What if he goes out and decks him?
Yeah, no, I mean,
that'd be great. Honestly, I wouldn't even be mad. Here's the thing, right? I am a huge villain fan. I actually love watching AJ Ferrari because I love the crazy stuff he does. Yeah. The only line I drew was when you came at it was Gable, right? He came at Gable, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he came at JB. He came at Jordan Burroughs.
Oh yeah, stop talking about politics.
Come at Jordan Burroughs. Go at anybody. All right. I'm a Kyle Dick fan. I don't care what anybody says. Jordan Burroughs is still the king of America. All right.
Yeah.
He's a great role model. He's who I want my kids looking up to. And yes, I want Kyle to beat him, but I respect that man probably more than anybody on this in America. Please don't go at Jordan Burroughs. That's where my line goes for my villainous. Okay.
And then he didn't stop there. He went right after Gable Stevenson.
He goes after Gable Stevenson, who we just watched destroy Mason Paris. AJ, are you sure you still want that? Are you sure you still want that smoke?
He does.
I'm sure he does.
He does.
That being said, give me Ferrari and Miles in the semis.
AJ's dad's a scary looking dude too, so
they're all kind of scary looking. Let's be honest.
Yeah, true.
I want no part of AJ Ferrari.
Yeah, I think AJ gets by Warner, but again, like I said, if Warner gets to offensive self, he's gonna have a hard time scoring on Ferrari, but I think he can. Yeah, but yeah, moving down.
Moving down, okay.
Fordell
Norfleet, Che Rogers, shout out Hofstra.
I think whoever wins, I think it's going to be Norfleet versus Nino, and I think whoever wins that match is going to be in the finals. I think they get by Schultz.
I haven't seen the bottom half yet, so
I mean Schultz. You got to imagine Schultz is in 7th.
Oh
seed.
Yeah. No, you're
probably
right.
Gonna be the 2nd seed.
Schultz is definitely with 2. You know, I don't know if I completely agree with that statement. I agree to an extent though,
right?
Because I see Nino and Aiello in the 2nd round, and that's a big match. I mean, they wrestled a few times. Nino kind of controlled them in ACCs, so I kind of see that repeating. But I'm not surprised if Aiello wins. But give me Bonacorsi over Aiello, and Bonacorsi over Norfleet. But I also think Aiello, whoever wins that, is going to make the semis. I think either one of them are going to beat Norfleet in the quarters, and then if Bonacorsi wrestles Schultz in the semis, I got Bonacorsi, but if any of the other guys make it, I got Schultz.
Yeah, that sounds right. I mean, I'm kind of high on Nino after watching him this year, and he bumped up from 84 up to 97. He seems like he's found his spot, and I watched that interview with him on Jake Wenzel's Matt Geeks podcast, and I'm kind of a big Nino Bonacorsi fan after that.
Great.
Yeah, so like I said, if he gets by Norfleet, I think he's going to beat Schultz in the semis.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm right there with you. Okay. Moving down. 7th seed Rocky Elam. Ooh, Jake Woodley, right off the bat. That's interesting. Yeah,
because I mean, Woodley lost in the duels, anyways. He lost close matches to Ferrari.
Man, if I'm Eric Schultz, I don't like this.
Yeah, you got Beard 2nd match.
Yeah, I don't like this at all. You got Beard 2nd match, and then you got either Elam, Woodley, or Caffey in the quarters.
Yeah, and right, you lost to or you beat Caffey by a point
Right.
once, maybe twice, but yeah,
Well,
once.
twice.
It was that our predictions that we had, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not liking that if I'm Schultz.
Yeah, and then Beard. I mean, Beard was right there to beat Miles Amin. He didn't obviously, but
Yeah, he wrestled a good match.
yeah, he was right there. He lost in overtime 8-6, but then he ended up having a bad backside of Big Tens. He did qualify obviously, but I mean, I'm gonna still take Schultz, one of the leaders of the Yakima Hall Fantasy Wrestling team. So Schultz there, and then I'm gonna take Elam over Caffey, and then I'm gonna take. I mean, if I'm doing prediction wise, I kind of want to take Rocky into the semis.
Rocky Elam, yeah, okay. That wouldn't be surprised. Rocky's tough, right? He's a stud out of Missouri. Right? We talked about Missouri not having the greatest of schedules, but I don't think he's the guy that is just 11-0 because they had a easy schedule. I think Rocky Elam's one of the top dogs in the country. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he is in the semis.
Yeah, I agree. I think, he did. I believe he teched Max Dean at the senior nationals, so he's got some good wins. He's been tested previously, maybe not so much this year. He did wrestle Stephen Buchanan, but they ended up being an injury default win. So I don't know. I don't know where the match was at that point, but yeah. You know what? Give me Elam into the semis.
Yeah, I can get behind that. I mean, I'm still gonna go with my guy Nino. If he wins up top, he's gonna make.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I think it'll be Nino in the semis, and then Nino over Rocky Elam.
Yeah, 6/7. That'll be fun to see.
Yeah, for sure. All right, here we go. What did they do to this bracket? Let's find out.
They went common sense, I think. I only saw the 1 and 2 seeds, but maybe we're not going to see it.
Right. It wasn't
yes,
working.
We will. Oh, shit. Cassiope's up top.
Oh, no. Oh, man. Okay. What did they do? Ah, man.
So Gable Stevenson is the number 1 seed.
What did they do again? All right. So we got Cassiope at the 5.
Guys, we talked about this. Stevenson's the number 1 guy. We've got Paris is the number 2 guy, and Cassiope's the number 3 guy. I mean, granted, he's up top. He's not going to get by Gable. He's not going to get by Paris. He's going to have to wrestle back and take 3rd. But Cassiope, damn it, Yeah, no, I'm not happy with this at all. And
how did they justify Kirk Fleet at the 9? His losses are Cassiope and Paris. He's beaten. I mean, I guess I could kind of see it. The one thing I wish was flipped was Schultz and Stencil. I'd like to see Schultz
down, yeah,
kind of have a shot. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a 2-horse race. It's Gable, it's Mason.
Yep.
Really, it's Gable.
Yeah. So I mean, get off topic a little bit. Colton Schultz. I think I texted you the other day. I was watching like some Prime Video movie thing, and it was about Colton Schultz's coach. Over in his youth coach in Colorado, which is the Mile High Wrestling Club. Chris Villalonga's out there, Jake Arnone's out there, and Colton Schultz was young, right? He was, I think, 12, maybe 13, and then his brother was wrestling, and then Colton Yapujian, and then to one of the other UNC guys, University of Northern Colorado guys. It was kind of funny to see them all in their youth days, and that the story wasn't necessarily about them, but about their coach. But obviously they were studs, and now to see them competing at Division I colleges and at the national tournament.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
That's fun little story that I figured out here. But yeah, up top we've got Gable Stevenson as the 1 seed. He's going to have the winner of Tahi Gadi, whatever, from Campbell, and then Andrew Gunning of UNC. God bless both of them.
Yeah, I got Gunning there.
To whoever wins that match, that's not a good match to win, to be honest with you.
No, I mean, we've already seen one dude just say, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah, that's true. And then
He literally said he walked out. I don't know if he literally said this, but he walked up to Gable. In my opinion, he said, "You know what? I don't want to wrestle you. I like my life intact the way it is. So I'm gonna just forfeit. I'm an injury default this, so I can go get ready for my wrestleback matches that I'm gonna have to go to qualify for nationals."
yeah, no doubt. He probably didn't want his head smashed off the ground in a snap.
Christian Lance, what are you doing, bro?
He didn't want to get partied on.
I
Yeah,
don't get it.
yeah, I don't get it either. So Stevenson wins that match. He's going to probably have Luke Luffman, which he did party on this year.
Yes,
that is
he
a
did.
fact. But Luke Luffman, he got the wild card as I expected. The at large. It's good to see him coming from his last year, like we talked about, to having a good year this year, and he's going to get. I think he's going to win over Wyatt Hendrickson of Air Force. I mean, hard telling with that match though. But yeah, again, Gable Stevenson up top.
Yeah. Jimmy Kirk over Jordan Wood as well. I mean, Jonathan Birchheimer, he got in, giving Cody Collette another qualifier. Good on him. He's now beating Jordan Wood. Kirk Fleet, Jordan Wood should be a really good match. I take that back. I don't think it's gonna be a really good match, but it's gonna be
Has potential.
Interesting match to watch.
Yeah.
But
interesting match to watch. And then I think we might be able to see, Kirk Fleet versus Stevenson. I mean, we saw Kirk Fleet's dad kind of defend him on Twitter and say, hey, this is what he looks like after coming back from like a little injury and not practicing as much and not competing as much. Maybe that tournament just needed to, boost him up and put him in the right direction.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't think Woods a tough dude, right? He's only lost to Ethan Laird this year.
Yeah. I think Kirk Fleet's good enough to kind of beat everyone except Gable, Mason, and Tony. I think, and here's the thing. I think those four can pretty much major anybody below them.
Yeah, and I think I was listening to Flo this morning, and right, Gable majored Paris, and then Paris pinned Cassiope, and Cassiope majored Kirk, which Paris majored Kirk too, but they're all on their own levels, and give me Kirk over Wood, and then obviously we're going to see Stevenson versus Kirk, which we haven't seen since their high school days.
Right, and that's going to be cool to see just for the sake of, background and backstory, but it's Gable.
Yeah.
It's not close. All right, moving down, we got Tony, Anthony, whatever you want to call him, Cassman, Cassiope versus Zachary Knight and Ward out of Hofstra. It's fun to see him having qualified, but it kind of sucks that he's going to go out and get beat up right away.
Yeah, and he's probably him losing that match, he's probably gonna have Tate Orndorff or Christian Lance,
which is also not great.
Not great, right? Tate Orndorff, he's got his ups and he's got his downs. I think Lance gets by him, and I hope Lance wrestles Cassiope. I don't think Cassiope's gonna scare him, but no, I'm kidding. Give me Cassiope over Lance in that match as well.
Yeah, I agree. If this was Gaston Gary, I'd take a different choice, but they decided to go with Tate Orndorff because Tate Orndorff had to win the wrestle off.
Yeah. Which nobody saw it, right?
Right. Yeah. It's all myth right now.
It's myth. It's going through arbitration, I think. Down low, we've got Brian Andrews against Quinn Miller of University of Virginia. Quinn Miller is 9-2. I think he lost to Wilson, Deontay Wilson.
He lost to Deontay Wilson in the duel, and then he lost to Hunter Katka in the semis of ACC's freshman phenom. He looked good too. Well, I'm wondering where he'll be in the bracket, but give me Quinn Miller over Andrews here. Yeah. And then Colton Schultz over Quinn for that. And then actually, I'm really excited to see Cassiope and Schultz wrestle. I don't think Schultz can beat him. Well, okay, let me take that back. I don't think he will beat him. I think there is a Greco chance he can beat him.
Yeah, I think they both have a hand fighting, kind of tie thing that they're gonna go to. I think Cassiope is a better ground wrestler than him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. I mean,
That might help open things up.
yeah, and I mean, does Colton Schultz have any jet lag?
True. That guy is
Was
something
just in
else.
Italy because he's insane.
Yeah.
All right,
He
moving
lost a
down.
close match. Talking about Italy, he lost a close match to Kuhn, right?
I actually don't know what the score of the match was. I do know he lost.
Yeah, I thought it was close. I didn't get to see the match itself, but
Moving down, Matt Stencil, 10-0 out of Central Michigan. He should take care of business against Austin Harris. Josh Heinzelman, the heavyweight out of Oklahoma, and Trent Hilger. That should be a pretty good matchup. Hilger did not live up to expectations this year. I think everybody kind of came in thinking he was a top 4 guy and almost like he was a lock to be a top 4 guy, right?
yeah,
And he just kind of fell off. He lost a few matches. I mean, he's 6-4, and you know, I'm still gonna take him to beat Hansman here. And I'm not even saying he can't beat Matt Stencil. I mean that's a winnable match for Hilger in my opinion. Obviously he's suffering. I don't want to say suffering, but he had that Big Ten schedule, losing to Cassiope. He lost to Luffman. He lost. Actually, did he lose Luffman twice? No. He lost to Gable, Luffman, Cassiope,
Cassiope.
and then I don't remember what his last one was, but
No.
those aren't bad losses, right? He's not losing to guys way below him.
Yeah, I think Thor lost his hammer this year. Yeah, right. So I think Hilger does win that match. Then I do have Stencil beating Hilger to make the quarters. Hilger, Central Michigan University, right? They've got. I don't think Dresden Simon. I don't think he's going to All-American, but then you got Hildebrandt down low. If he makes the semis or quarters, Stencil makes semis quarters. Like you got a couple of guys that are in the running for All-American, and that's big for the chips.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. And there you only need three guys to kind of get on the podium to put yourself into a position to be a top 10 team.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back. So Steve Brown, he wrestled for Canton. He went to a school, really small school, just north of Governor, Herman DeKalb. But he went to Central Michigan. He was an All-American. And, what he's doing right now, I got to get him on for an episode. What he's doing right now is crazy. He's like a stunt man and stunt double, and he hires people to be stuntmen out in Hollywood. So, like, he's in, like, Ninja Turtles movie. He's in Olympus Has Fallen. He's in a lot of movies, and it's pretty fun. Logan, he's in Logan. He's in Equalizer. Yeah, he's something else, and I got to get him on.
Yeah,
absolutely. He was obviously he was on the Chippewa teams that I think he had an All-American in a teammate of his. So, yeah, sorry to get off topic.
No, that's good. So, give me Stencil into the quarters, and then we got Zach Elam, Brandon Metz. That's a good matchup. Brandon Metz, we've talked about, kind of a big move guy. He's kind of been turning it on towards the end of the year, but I'm not so sure he's ready to wrestle against Zach Elam.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, he's a tough dude. Metz, I can't get that match out of my head when he wrestled Walters of South Dakota State and almost lost that match. Obviously, he wrestled pretty well in his conference tournament. And then you have Sam Schuyler of Buffalo. Shout outs Buffalo. They got a wild card, so that makes them have two qualifiers for the national tournament. He's going to face Gannon Gremmel of Iowa State. Gremmel had a close match, I think, in the quarterfinals at the conferences, right?
Yeah, he had a couple close matches at conferences, actually.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's kind of typical at heavyweight, right? You're going to have those matches for those guys, but I'm not sure Schuyler. I don't think Schuyler's going to win this match here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I almost wanted to pick it just because, but yeah, I'm not picking it.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take Elam over Gremmel in the second round, and then I'm going to take Stencil into the semis.
Yeah, give me Stencil in the semis. I mean, Gremmel versus Elam, it could make for a good match. I mean, I'm just glad that some of these Max guys that, obviously Mac, I think, had 5 guys at 285 that qualified for the Nationals. 2 of them had to make the wild cards, but it was good to see.
That's actually a lot. That's pretty good for the Mac.
Yeah, awesome, right?
Yeah, Ethan Laird and Nathan Traxler. Man, Traxler at the 26. That's surprising to me. I think he's much better than the 26th guy in the country.
Yeah, no, I agree. And so you have Laird versus Traxler, and then they'll have the winner of Robert Heald versus Deontay Wilson. That's fireworks. I mean, Heald's Wilson's obviously 9-0. He's conference champ. It's kind of weird to see him so low. I think maybe people are projecting him to be 9, so I guess he's really not, I guess, as low as I thought. But
yeah. I got Deontay Wilson. Actually, I got Deontay Wilson right into the quarterfinals. Another one of those 10/7s. And then I got Hunter Katka beating Cutter Isley in that next match down there. He had a really good ACC tournament, knocking off Quinn there from
Miller.
Quinn Miller. Gee, I couldn't remember his last name. So give me him in there, and then Joe Doyle out of Binghamton. Good on him for qualifying. Your prize is a matchup with Mason Paris.
Yeah, that's not a good prize to have. Yeah, it's not going to be the same as wrestling. Bearcat Bowl job Corey Day. But yeah, no.
You never know.
The thing is with Doyle, the 2-2 record. Obviously, he wrestled Zach Knighton-Ward, and that didn't go very well. And then he wrestled Zach Knighton-Ward again. So 2 of his losses were to Zach Knighton-Ward. And he didn't have he went into EIWAs without any matches, right? If he would have had the schedule that Binghamton had and wrestled those matches, right, he would have probably lost to Wood in the duel. He would have had probably Sullivan of Army, because that's who Bearcat Bolt Shop had. That would have helped him. He obviously probably wouldn't have had the 31 seed. It sucks to see him so low, right? He's a qualifier last year for the national tournament. Didn't happen. Give me Paris, but I honestly think Katko's going to win over Isley too. Isley didn't have, I think he was seated second at the Big 12s, and he didn't finish second.
Although Doyle gets Paris, and I honestly don't like that back match either. I don't think.
Yeah, it's not a great match.
And Isley's. He was a 2 seed at Big 12s. He's tough, and I don't like that matchup for Doyle either. So that kind of sucks. Hopefully he can pick one of them off, but I'm not so sure.
Yeah, no, that's not good to see. But Binghamton heavyweight. Yeah, Gwiz. You got who's the guy from Waterloo? Duel, right? I think Tyler Duel.
Tyler Duel. Yeah.
He managed to win a few matches at the Nationals. I don't think Doyle is going to beat Paris, but I wouldn't be surprised if he beats Carter Isley and the rest of the backs. Hard telling, not knowing.
Right, yeah, for sure.
But give me Paris versus Laird in the quarters down there.
I got Paris and Wilson.
All right, I got to go with Laird. Obviously Wilson's the New York guy, and obviously I have ties with Laird's coach, high school coach. So it'd be nice to see him have some success. But yeah, wouldn't be surprised if Wilson wins in that 10-7 match as well.
Yeah. Hey, that was awesome. I'm so glad we did that. It's gonna be a real long video, but hopefully some people can stick around, hear some facts that we kind of threw out at them there, and
Yeah. So obviously, if you're watching this, we're on YouTube. This would be our 3rd episode on YouTube, our 26th episode. If you're listening right now, and you're going to listen on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever you're listening to. Thanks for tuning in.
Comment, give us some comments, hit the like button, subscribe, share, everything. The algorithm's going to put us up at the front, get us some more views, and hey, Rockfin, we're looking, we're trying. Hit us up.
Yeah, I think now that we have some video and stuff, we're going in the right direction. I'm excited to see where we're going with this.
We've grown a lot, and it has a lot to do with the listeners sharing and kind of interacting with the Facebook page and interacting on Twitter. Make sure you're sending questions. Hey, I want to do a comment of the week. Okay, so get the comments going out. I'll put your comments up on the video, read them out. All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Yeah, awesome. Peace out.
Peace out. Hey, you like the video? Make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, leave a comment down below, interact with us on social media. Those are linked in the bio down below. Thanks for watching. Peace out.